kill my music.
Okay. I appreciate
Can you hear
it.
me?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the bullpen.
Thank you, Big Kev. I'm happy to be here. I'm still on the planet. They can't get rid of me yet.
Hey, there you go, buddy. Can't get rid of the good. Sometimes you can't get rid of the bad either. So you got a little bit of everybody hanging with us.
Yeah, the bad die hard, the good die young.
The majority of my people. Oh yeah, that's the truth. A lot of our people, the majority of the people that listen to us are very good. People like Biggie, Havoc Master, Ricky, all these different people. They all have different personalities. So that's always good to have somebody with a different personality come around, because everybody is different.
Yeah, and I appreciate people with different opinions, but your opinion ain't no different than mine. So post your opinion and then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we all have different opinions, and it's good that people can not afraid to, because some people, they don't want to hear other people's opinion. They don't want like people to come up on their show because they're afraid that something's gonna happen and they're gonna be exposed or something.
Right, because every opinion don't make it true.
Yeah, that's true.
You have your opinion, yeah, but it may not be true, and I don't have time for that. Life is short.
That's why. That's why it's good to agree or disagree.
Yeah, we can do that. But the fact that they believe their opinion is correct, and then we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, as long as they can admit it,
Yeah, and for certain things, if that's not an opinion anymore. That's a fact.
Yeah. I hope everybody's doing good today. I am doing excellent.
And you still in Thailand?
I am recovering. Oh yeah, I'm still in Thailand. I had to do a border run, matter of fact, last Sunday, because I wasn't supposed to do it until Monday, but Thailand and Cambodia is having skirmishes back and forth, and one Cambodian soldier was killed during the clashes. So everybody is up at arms right now. So I had to do a border run early instead of my regular date on the 9th. So I had to do it on the 8th, which was Sunday. And there were thousands of people waiting to be processed. And that because normally there's hundreds of people, and we just go through the process and then get your stamps on Thai side. Then we had to go over to Cambodia side and get stamps. And there was all kinds of people: Russian, Indian, British, Norwegian, American, Canadian, Australian, you name it, they were there. We had to wait for a long period of time to get moving.
Right. Big Kev, you see,
we got Steve in the house. Hello, Steve.
What's up, Steve? And the Gypsy thinks I'm Calvin.
Oh, no. No, that's not Calvin. But again, everybody makes a mistake, you know.
Do I even look like Calvin?
No.
What's up, ET? Good to see you again. That
No,
is not
you don't look
Calvin.
like Calvin.
That is not Sunshine Shoulders.
Yeah. But again, it's okay to make a mistake on identity and stuff.
Gypsy, I guarantee you, I'm going to be a little bit vain for the moment. Calvin does not look good as me. All right? No way. I used to watch him. I used to go over there. I used to subscribe. But he got blew up by the YouTube algorithm. And next thing you know, everybody flooding his site. And then, just like anybody else, you know, poor people that never had money, they blow it. And that's what he did.
Okay, Kevin, can you hear me?
Hey, Steve, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I see you got Sunshine Shoulders on your show.
Shut the hell up.
No.
This ain't Sunshine.
Just
that was a good one.
like kids.
Don't you never associate me with Calvin. Ever again.
Okay, I'm sorry.
How you doing, Steve?
Not too bad. How you two doing?
Oh, look at you.
I'm doing a lot better today.
Yeah, he had a big scare.
What was it?
What
was the scare?
Well, what I was saying when I was over in Cambodia getting my visa redone, I got hit. I got hit with heat stroke, and I collapsed in line because we were standing outside for like 2-3 hours in the dead of the heat, and about 4 other people got heat stroke, heat sickness. But I literally collapsed in line. At first, I took a step because I was next, and I put my hand on the fingerprint reader, and then they took a picture of me, and then I was stepping back to go to another unit, and then I just dropped just like a sack of potatoes. Just like I collapsed, and then I landed on my ass, and I fell backwards. Luckily, I was wearing my brace on my leg because I had to walk a lot of distances for that day. So I always wear my brace for added support. And I didn't like bang my head. I just, because there was people behind us. So that man broke my fall when I landed backwards. And man, like I said, heat stroke and hypothermia is not a joke. So you always want to be hydrated when it's out there. They didn't have like no shelter for we could stand under. It was pretty much all out in the open, waiting for them to get moving. And it took us like 3 hours to we were there like 9 a.m, and that heat stroke is just very bad, and it like it hit when one moment I felt like dizzy, lightheaded, and then I tried to brace myself, and then I just collapsed.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Oh man, but the
Do
people.
you think the heat had anything to do with it? Or?
Oh yeah, that's why they called it heat stroke.
Oh,
because because I was overwhelmed by the heat and the sweat, and I couldn't replenish my body my fluids with electrolytes and everything. But
Right.
the
Dehydration is
The
dehydration
Cambodian
is
people,
big cap.
the
Dehydration
yeah, yeah,
is that's the
yeah,
first.
I correct.
The heat is there, but if you dehydrate it and you stop sweating, it's on.
Yeah, definitely game was on. And I wasn't the only person that was affected. There was like four other people, a child, a middle-aged fit, he was an Aussie, and then there was I think like a Russian lady and another lady, and we all
Wow.
got hit. And man, it was a big eye opener because that never happened to that like many people. And Cambodian people put me inside in an air conditioned area, gave me water, and the other people was in there with me. So yeah, I mean, like I said, when you have heat exhaustion and heat stroke, I don't know if there's a difference or not, but yeah, you can always and it could happen to anybody. It doesn't matter if you're fat. It doesn't matter if you're skinny or young or old or elderly.
It's all about the water.
Yeah, yeah.
You ain't got enough
And
water.
well, see, the night before, I didn't want like when I woke up at 4 o'clock, I had to catch the van at 4:40. So I didn't want to drink no coffee. I didn't want to drink no water because it's like a 5 hour bus ride, and I didn't want to like have to go pee. So that was one of the reasons I didn't replenish myself in the morning time. But I didn't wasn't expected so many people and so many drawbacks when I got there in Cambodia.
I'm not gonna blame you for this one, but
But
at
there's
my
going to be
age, you have to carry water with you no matter what. Carry water, carry water, carry water.
yeah.
I take my little small bottles and I throw them in the freezer and let them get rock hard and throw them bitches in the backpack. And when they melt, I don't care if the bag is wet. I got ice cold water. That's why I'm still on the planet.
Yeah, have water on hand with you. But I know there's one critic out there. He's gonna come back with a like a show saying Kevin had heat stroke because he's too fat, or he's gonna use something that I'm saying against me. But again, everybody should know about when you're in a tropical country. Everybody should know about heat exhaustion, heat stroke, because
who you,
Yeah.
again, it can happen to anybody, even the skinny people. It can
who's
happen
going
to.
who's gonna come back and say something about that?
Frank will.
Oh, that you mean that guy that's committed adultery in the
He,
Philippines with a woman with 8 kids? Is that who you're talking about?
yeah, the old man. He's gonna come back and say that my weight was a big counter for it, and I wasn't fit, and all. He's gonna just like talk all this BS about it. But
And
I
all
made
the
it all the
trolls will
way
be
down to
there,
the
and then,
hill.
and all the trolls will be there, and then Papa will do a simulcast on it.
But yeah,
Same
always
old
always be
fucking
careful.
hoopla. That's why this
There's a lot
job
of
is so
goofballs
goddamn
out
boring.
there.
I mean, it's just the same old bullshit over and over again. Rewind.
Oh yeah.
Steve
But
want
yeah,
to
you
know
gotta
did it.
be careful out there. Always,
I'm
always
telling you,
drink.
there's no replacement. There's no replacement for water, except what we have here in the Philippines. Way better than Gatorade. You know,
Okay.
it's called Pocari Sweat. It ain't
Uh,
sugary. It's got all the ions and shit, the essentials you need. You drink them
yeah.
bitches, you good.
Well,
It's
you
better
can
than
buy
water.
that stuff. You can get that stuff like tablets that you put in your water for electrolytes that will replenish you. Because
Yeah,
you're sweating a lot of salt and a lot of these minerals, and your body needs to be replenished, not with just water, but like Gatorade, that drink that the professor just said, and
yeah,
these electrolyte tablets.
yeah. But that you don't want to use ever again, ever use Gatorade.
Well, hey, Kevin,
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Gypsy's in the chat. He likes to come on your show from time to time. He's piping out in the
Yeah,
comments section.
everybody's welcome.
Yeah, tell him to come
You
on.
guys
Send him
want to
a
come up?
question.
Yeah,
The link is in this on the chat.
Well, it's
yeah.
way up
But
in
I
there.
just put the link out again.
Yeah, put it again. People aren't going to scroll up for it.
Yeah,
And Steve, where are you?
but yeah, you guys.
I'm at my dad's house.
I know that. Where you at?
Oh, I'm in Darlington,
Look.
Indiana.
Oh, you're in Indiana. Huh?
Yeah.
You over there with my boy, Bill Riley and his wife.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Bill-
yeah. You with Bam?
Bill
Yeah.
O'Reilly, the guy from the
Yeah.
news.
No. Bill Riley.
I don't
And
know.
his
Who
wife.
that is. I have no idea who that is.
You don't know?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
What part of Indiana is he from?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
He's helping out Captain Billy Jack with his father out there, like a caregiver for his father.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why I saw Bud Presley and Mercy up there hit a couple of bucks. They shot him down.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Bud got a couple of does and a buck.
Okay.
Where
Yeah,
was
Captain
that
Billy
at? Was
Jack
that,
is a
was that
big
in
hunter.
Indiana?
That's on his farm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In Indiana?
Yeah, it was over there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I matter of fact, I think you talked to Captain Billy Jack the last time he was
Yeah.
on my show.
Yeah. We got a
Oh,
lot of
man.
deer around here, man. I mean, if you're driving at night down the highway, man, you better be on the alert, or you're gonna total your fucking car. I mean,
Oh
Right.
yeah, same within Kentucky. We got
Yeah.
them in the yard all the time, also.
And Seattle, Washington, they in Bremerton. They there everywhere.
Yeah.
I damn near ran over one. I'm like,
I was
you look
I was with my wife. She picked me up from work one morning, and no, I think I got off that particular day. I think I got off at midnight or 11:30, and we're going down this country road, which is parallel to the interstate because she doesn't like driving on the interstate, and I don't blame her. I don't either, because you got people like PA Trucker out there that's going to run you over. You know,
He's joking, PA Trucker.
He
He's
knows
messing
that.
with you.
He knows that.
I know.
But anyway, she's driving about 40 miles an hour down this secondary road, which runs parallel to the interstate, and this deer come across the interstate, jumped over a fence, and onto that secondary road, and threw his head directly into the middle of the grill of that fucking Cadillac we was driving. And I mean,
And he had a rack.
A what?
Did he have antlers?
No, this was in the springtime. I think it was a buck, but it didn't have any antlers at the time. It was a big deer, very big. And I mean, it just fucking, that deer died on the spot, and we was only going 40. And it tore the whole goddamn doghouse out of that fucking car, and busted the radiator, and then it flung off to the side, took the fucking side view mirror out and everything else. Like, Jesus Christ, like a horror fucking movie.
Steve, you remember that old Three Stooges joke?
Huh?
You remember that old Three Stooges joke
No,
about the deer? Oh, this is old school. I'm an old man. It's like this.
How old are you?
I'm 67.
I'm 62, so you're not. So when I was born, you was in kindergarten.
You're 3 years older than me.
No,
Yeah.
that's not even true. That's not even true.
No.
I'm closer to you than that. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, here go the joke.
Okay, go ahead.
Mo says, "Do you see the deer?" Larry says, "Yes." Then Mo says, "Does it have any dough?" And then Larry said, "Yeah, $2."
that wasn't actually on their show, was it? That's just a joke, right?
Yeah, that's just a joke. Because a doe is a deer.
Yeah, I know. I get the joke. I get the joke, but they didn't say that on TV, did they?
Yeah, they said it on TV.
Oh, they did.
Hey, go look at it. I remember that a long time ago. I was cracking my ass up. He said, "See the deer? Yeah. Doesn't have any dough?" And then Larry said, "Yeah, $2."
I remember the funniest thing he said. The funniest thing he said he says they're trying to figure out how to get out of this house or whatever in the hell it was. I can't remember there was a problem. They was trying to figure out how to solve this problem, and then he says, "I'm trying to think, but nothing happens."
They're just stupid, ain't they?
Who in the hell's picture is this with his feet that nasty looking? Anybody know?
What picture are you talking about?
I got a picture that I just posted, and if you look at it, it's a pair of toes.
Oh, okay.
God. Havoc, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? Get with the ball. If you're on the stream, stay sharp, my friend. Stay sharp.
I had to click on StreamYard, I guess. That is Gypsy Jaywalk's foot. Is what that is.
No, because let me tell you.
He usually hasn't.
Let me tell you.
And it doesn't say reject today. It says reject today when you paste them.
Let me tell you. I think men that have nails are extremely gross. I will go the opposite direction and try to rip all of my nails off. I don't know if there's a fear for men having nails. I have it. I can't stand nails on men.
No. Gypsy, I concur. You know what I mean? No. I don't like
It's
toenails.
so gross.
I got a clip. Since I'm in the Philippines, I get the whole petty and many for less than $5.
With a happy ending?
No, that's the other massage.
Yeah, that's a man. Somebody told me that was the old man's feet.
What old man?
Frankie's feet. That's his wife, his girlfriend. I thought, like most most Thai women, they like doing pedicures, manicures. Man, she dropped the ball on that one.
Let me just quickly look to see if there's a fear of nails. Let me do a quick Google search. Fear of nails.
Why, Gypsy? Why?
Okay, here we go. It's called Onyxophobia. Onyxophobia is the excessive and irrational fear of nails. My God, Frank, you are triggering me big time. Please cut these things down, please.
Hey, Gypsy.
Yes.
As you're coming across there, your volume is like 10 times louder than everybody else. Does anybody else see that? Or
Yeah,
hear
I
it?
appreciate
All
it.
right.
Here, I'm across my living room, so
Hold on. Let me turn mine down then.
I had to
All right.
I had to turn mine down almost to nothing. When I got on here, it might be my computer, it might be, but
How about this?
Yeah, we
yeah,
How
hear
about
you
this?
real loud and
that
clear.
sounds good right there.
Well, Havoc. The thing that I try to go for is ear fatigue. I know that that Kevin's chat loves me, especially when I get into arguments with Jay the Real Deal. I get a lot of abuse, so I feel like this is my passive aggressive way to attack them, give them ear fatigue.
I don't know why we did not acknowledge Chris. He's come in the room and we don't say nothing.
Who?
Yeah, Chris is in the house.
Who's that?
We got Steve
Chris
in the house. We
Cotto,
got a
Chris
whole bunch
Cotto.
of people. We got 15, 20 people watching. Thank you guys for coming out.
Steve, put some shoes on. If you're talking about me, my feet don't look like that. They look a lot worse.
I'm telling you like this.
Hey, Chip.
We are hard-working men. When we
That's
go
right.
to the work, we work. We don't think about our feet. We just think about that check.
I don't even trim my toenails anymore. They just break off while I'm at work, and the remnants are left over in the little sack called a sock that I was wearing.
That sound like tofu.
Yeah, well, that's
Because I'm a real man. God damn it.
Oh,
That
well,
sound like
we
tofu.
know that already.
Mm. Now, this
So
one
how can
we
I
need-
get? How can? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Gypsy, have you ever when you was in Mongolia or China where you're at, have you ever suffered like heat stroke or any kind of element exhaustion, like hypothermia?
That hypothermia would probably be the only thing that we would suffer from, because it does get like, I think the lowest I saw was minus 17 degrees Fahrenheit and minus
that's
27
cold.
degrees Celsius. And yes, it is the kind of winter that can hurt you, but the people here, they do a good job of wearing adequate amount of clothes and stuff like that. But it doesn't get hot enough to have heat exhaustion or anything. But there was one thing that I did experience. This is my first time I've ever experienced this. It was kind of like dehydration. So I got drunk as fuck one night, and I had a golf lesson to conduct the next morning. And I got there, and my student gave me a coffee. And I had a little bit of water left, not much. So I drank the coffee, and the class just went longer than I expected. And I didn't have anything to eat, and I could feel like my hands tingling. I was losing strength in myself, and I knew I had to take a nap. But I've never felt this kind of fatigue, never. So I'm assuming that it's a dehydration, because I was just fucked up from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I said, dehydration is bad, real bad.
And I'm assuming that's what you experienced, right? I mean, yeah, I know the heat kind of did that to you. The heat had a
Well,
little
the
bit
heat,
extra.
the sweat, and also anxiety, because we had to wait in line for like over like 3 hours. So all of that was put into, and like I said, it rained out that morning, very hard, so it was very humid also.
So how many times do you think you're going to experience this kind of situation in the future?
Hopefully, well, I've been to the border like 6 other times, and this is the first time it ever happened. I go walk around my neighborhood. I go walking up in the mountains, and but I never experienced that kind of heat exhaustion before. And even when I was in the Philippines, I never experienced it.
Big Kev.
Mm.
Big Kev. The correct answer is not anymore. Is it?
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
That's a good answer too. Thank you, my
How
friend.
you going to prepare for it?
Bring a lot of water with you. Keep in contact.
Take those little bottles of water. I don't care how many you pack. Freeze them. Take them with you. Warm water is better than no water.
Yeah.
If you've got enough Ham's beer with you all the time, that's all you need. Yeah,
Well, that's almost like water too.
Why you people even are talking about this discussion? I mean, that's all you have to do. When you wake up in the morning, pack enough Ham's beer with you, and just go about your goddamn day.
Oh, hold the hell on, hold on.
You have to
You
do.
ain't never been to military survival training. You don't need to pack all of that crap. You get water from the leaves. You can get water out the ground. You can get water out of the tree.
Yes, Don. Don Havoc said your name 3 times so you could appear. He's apparently on a task to waste people's time like he's doing with me. He invited me up, and I have no other choice but to join. So that's what he's here to do.
I feel you on that one.
Who you talking? What are you talking about? What'd you say?
Havoc, I just said you're. Go ahead.
Do you see the picture that's up here right now? And the old man is with 2 young looking girls. And he always says that he don't go to bars. He don't hang out with these kind of women. But who is he hanging on to right there? I mean, that's kind of like.
I'm sorry. I'm lost in this conversation.
Okay,
Havoc, what's God?
You said something about me, and then I kind of lost it from there. I don't know.
Okay, let's backtrack. We'll address the picture in a second, Kevin. So
5.
in the chat, Don C said, "Hey, did I hear my name?" And I said, "Yeah, Havoc is on a mission to waste people's time. He said your name 3 times so you would appear, just like he did me. He invited me up to waste my time." I'm essentially saying you're wasting my time.
Okay, I understand it now.
But Kev, can we give Frank a little bit of leniency here, because I think this picture was in the past, right?
Fucking not.
No. Well, yeah, because he looks younger. And he don't got no bags under his eyes.
Yeah, so I think
taste in women has in that picture they look good. The woman that he's with right now,
Right.
know,
He may not have bags under his eyes, but he got 2 bags under his arms.
Hey, Kevin.
yeah.
Hey, Kevin. A big YouTuber and friend of mine who's probably at work and just woke up from being at work after 5 hours is BK. Send him the link out and see if he wants to come on.
Hey,
I got the link out.
Well, send it again. You act like it's a big chore to send that link out. Just click the goddamn button.
There you go.
You can also pin it. You can also pin it, Kev. You can pin it so that way you don't have to repost it.
Yeah. I can see me and Gypsy, the only 2 smooth operators up in here.
Don C.
We
Don
got
C
Don
can come
C in
on
the
too.
house. Hello, Don C.
Let's make this a show. Don C can come on too.
Yeah.
Never understood why people don't want to talk and they just want to hang out in the chat.
Yeah,
Well,
Don, I know
sometimes
I shouldn't really
people
give him a break. He doesn't deserve a break, but I'm all about objectivity. And he will say now that he doesn't hang out with these kind of women, or his lifestyle has changed, and how a lot of people, when they do this, they have this degree of superiority, and he can have that, but we can't deny the fact that he has walked the wild side before. He can be high on his pedestal now, but hey, he was amongst us peasants, and I think that's something. Yeah, that's what Kev is acknowledging here.
Right.
He's no better than us.
And he's got the same asshole when he came out of the womb. So ain't nothing changed.
Still an asshole.
Yeah,
But
what's
yeah,
up, Lump? What's
he
up,
likes
Lump?
to act like he's holier than thou.
Right. He's got the same asshole when he was 1 day old. And he still got the same asshole.
And he talks out of it now.
Well, yeah, because it's called a hemorrhoid.
He got a roid.
That's right.
You know, I recently my heart recently crushed because lately I've been doing a lot of streams, and every so often I'll get a comment from what I thought was his page or his channel that he would comment. He would kind of troll me a little bit, like, come on, man, or he called me an abo lover, da da da. And I was like, wow. Frank is commenting on my streams. That's fucking amazing. So I went on his stream under my fake account, and I was like, hey, Frank, just let you know, I want to make my streams better for you. He blocked me. Then I got another comment, and I looked, and it was a fake account.
Well, I'll tell you another story about that. Popeye got on a live stream, and his live streams are about Frank only. And he bitches about Jerry and not being about Jerry not recognizing, or Jerry recognizing that he hasn't been I haven't been in the Philippines since '95. I think Popeye was earlier than that. And he says, well, there's a guy named Habit Master, and he gets like 4 views on his channel, and so I'm thinking, well, I only get 3 views if you're one of them.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that fucking guy! I tell you what.
BK's in the house. Hey, nice to have you.
Hey,
Hey, BK.
good morning. Yeah, I just home from work and the fuckstick already has to get to jump on here. Come on.
Hey, BK. You remember when I got married?
Remember what?
Do you remember when I got married?
When you got married?
95.
In Cebu there.
Yeah, and well, you're a carnivore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ever since I've been married to her, she's still eating meat.
Yeah. What kind of meat? Sausage?
Yeah,
Wiener schnitzel.
really soft sausage. So how you been, man? How you been? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just home from work. Just home from work.
When do you think you go back to the Philippines again? Did you marry this gal or not?
Now I'm busy now with the paperwork for the Maria's visa. I'm gonna bring her over to here.
Nice.
I start in September. So
good
for the application.
I seen some videos of your last trip. How was it?
Oh, brilliant. Catch up for 5 years. Went to the Philippines. I was 115 kilos. Came back at 125 kilos. So yeah, very good.
That's good.
John Smith is here. State your business, sir.
I ate a lot of food.
Anyone know what's happening with Bama?
Yeah, he's in
I
jail.
Bama.
think he's still in detention. I think.
Yeah.
He sent that live video of him in the aircraft. It was only him going to Cebu.
Yeah, he needs to stop. He needs to stop doing that stuff. He needs to stop doing that stuff if he wants people to take him serious. I mean, he really does. Kevin sent me one the other day. He was in an airport saying just stopping off to get some food and heading home.
There you go.
And you know, if you want people to help you out and take you serious, you need to knock that shit off. I mean, otherwise they're going to end up. Well, he's already ended up like Vitali. He's fucked. I don't think he's getting out of there for another 5 or plus years. I really don't think he's going to leave that country. I really don't.
Yeah, I was genuinely confused about this post because I interpreted that he wanted to take one last piss before he heads
Yeah.
home, and I was really concerned. I know he's got a big dick, and I'm just curious, like how much piss is kind of
How in
like
the
how
hell
much
did you
did
know
he?
that?
Well, I mean, I'm just taking it at face value. Face value
Are we
with the
back?
pun.
I'll take your word
No,
for it.
don't take it
And
face
if it
value.
is at face value, you probably know how big it was.
Don't talk into the mic.
I'm just
Cheese and crackers. Where's the cheese and
But
crackers?
but no. I mean, if anyone took this seriously, then they obviously don't know the gravity of the situation. We know that he sealed his fate. We know he's done for, and he's gonna be there for a long time. And when he comes out,
Are you talking about Bama or Vitality or both of them?
no, Bama. And when he comes out, there's going to be a huge announcement. It's not going to be only Shaw that's going to make this announcement. You know, all the people that are in his circle, they are going to let everyone know that he is a free man heading back to the porches with chewing on straw, listening to CCR.
Yeah.
Gotta love that cheese.
Tipping a rock
That
on
post.
the
That post of Barry was done. He put that up about a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Was that
Well,
you that commented on Facebook?
Myself, no. Yes.
Someone mentioned that on Facebook. Yeah, someone mentioned that.
He posted that 2 years ago. The guy's a fucking idiot.
Well, nobody disagrees about that one, and the old man, because they're both idiots for it to go that far.
Well, you know, there was a point. Go ahead.
Yeah, go on, mate. Go on, mate. No, all good.
Well, I just want to say that, like, there was a point when I first saw it, I did get genuinely excited because I'm going back home next month. He's from Alabama, I'm from North Carolina, and I was really hoping that we could be porch buddies together. You know, that there could be a genuine reconciliation between our friendship. But obviously, my heart was broken again.
There you go.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I don't see him drinking lemonade.
I just don't understand you guys, what it's all about. Frank's a fucking idiot, yeah. I 100% agree on that. But we all say that he's everyone, but we're the same. Back to him. We can't get our minds off him either. Like he can't get his mind off us.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. He is a topic of conversation. But the thing is, you know, when he indulges himself into drama, yeah, sure, I love listening to him. But when he goes off on his tangents of like what his lifestyle was, or you know what he's doing on a daily basis, I really don't care. I find it rather boring. But there are little snippets of him that are interesting. It's just that I have to listen to 5 streams to get that kind of entertainment.
You know what? We're all not perfect either. You know that.
No.
Speak for yourself, John.
Well, we've all got skeletons in our closets, man. Everyone's got a skeleton in their closet, bro. Everybody has. You know? It's not much that I don't come on here much, but I would like to say what I want to say, but that's it.
Well done.
Oh dang,
There you go.
the professor, the professor left. Oh man.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Good. I like that he took my Calvin joke pretty lightly. It's just a joke. And in fact, I was going to make another one. I was going to make another one when it was just you two, we have Calvin and Kelvin because you know your name's Kevin, Kelvin, and Calvin. Come on, that's a good joke.
We got Kiwi Mike in the house. Hello, Kiwi Mike.
He's saying mute
Like
him.
a
I think
comedian.
he's talking about me.
I don't know. Me and Mike, we never really got along too well as good as I know we can. So he's probably
Really?
talking about
I
me.
get along great with him.
That guy's from like New Zealand, and
Yeah.
we didn't even introduce sunshine or trees to them until we made a pact with I think it was Australia, and they said go ahead and send some sunshine and some trees, and we even introduced some birds down there to New Zealand. They didn't have much. It's just an island, far away from
Well,
everybody else.
Gandalf is from New Zealand.
Who?
Gandalf.
Yeah, after the sunshine came, and
Gandalf,
the birds and the trees came. Yeah, he moved there then. Yeah.
Here's one thing that I don't really understand about New Zealand is like I totally respect that they have this unique culture, and the rugby team display that culture very proudly, and it really makes its way around the world. But when they do the haka dance, but I saw in like Parliament or their legislative buildings or whatever, they're also doing the haka too, and I'm sitting there thinking like I don't know what value this is, I don't know what their goal is, so I'm really genuinely confused how that is a warranted participation in the legislative system. I don't understand.
What you say about hockey too? I'm lost there. I know what rugby is, and to me, rugby was it's almost closing time in a bar, and we're fighting over the last fat bitch that's left over. That was
so.
rugby.
Do you know what?
It was the same.
Do you
thing.
know what the haka?
Rugby,
Do you know what the haka is?
Like, go ahead.
It's a warrior. It's a warrior dance. Well, like they were warriors back in the day. That's what they are.
Oh,
Yeah,
they have.
and
So when they do the haka against another team, it's a threat to them because they're like warriors, so they move forward closer to them. It's a warrior dance.
I do know that's a rough game, and the only time I ever played it was at closing time into a bar, and we were fighting over the last fucking woman. That was about as rugby as I ever got. And I would never sign up for that. Hey, you want to play Little League baseball? You want to play basketball? You want to play football? No, hell, let's just go fucking bang each other's fucking brains out, and we'll call it rugby. Fuck that.
I wish I could watch CNN here. We don't get any news outlets. In fact, I don't own a TV in China. There's really no point because it's not like they have any English channels whatsoever. And my Chinese is not that advanced to understand what's going on in the news.
Gypsy,
So
you have a Gypsy. Do you go to the Philippines at all?
Last time I went was 2019, and I don't know when the next time I'm going to go back. I like it there. I lived there for 2 years, but I don't know. I guess there's just so many other places to visit, and I guess I really want to explore China at this time in my life. Since I'm living here, since I'm enjoying everything, it's worthwhile to see what this country has to offer. But yeah.
And I'll tell you this, Gypsy. Even if you did know Chinese and you could listen to the news over there, it's all going to be just like it is in the United States, except for Fox News and a couple others. It's just a bunch of goddamn lies about the Communist Party.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I read right, but is it true that Elon Musk is against Trump at the moment? They're fighting?
No,
Elon Musk come out. He apologized, and Trump took it with a grain of salt. And he wanted 3 picks. And I can't remember what the other 2 was, but one he wanted for the head of NASA. And Elon knows about that. I mean, this motherfucker has saved people from fucking space station and everything. And he wanted this one particular person. And when he went in there to do what he did, Doge, and he said, this is all I ask. And he was already turned down on his other first 2 picks. And then when they did that, that pissed him off. And he already said that he is he came out and said that he was basically autistic. He worded it another way, but he's a brilliant guy. And there's a lot of autistic people that have came out. And they could look at a car and see it one time for just a second, and they can draw that fucking car. He's a brilliant person, and it just pissed him off. Not only that, but he did all that work, and they're burning down his fucking Tesla cars, his dealerships and all that. He just felt like he was abused, and he just snapped. And he doesn't have the same ability. He's smarter than the rest of us, but yet he's stupider than the rest of us about being social. That's how you can explain that. That's how that happened. That's exactly how that happened.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't have much to do with politics. I'm from Australia, so I've got no idea what happens over in the States. Got no idea.
I know. You're from Australia, and you guys handed your guns down. Where we swear to God that if you want our guns, you'll pry it from our cold dead heads, and you guys just handed it to them. That's our politics versus yours.
So question, Havoc. Question, since you are the only one in the U.S. at this moment on this panel, I'm going back home next month, and considering the climate of everything, do you think I'm choosing the wrong time due to sensitivity, or simply because I'm a white dude, I should be fine. White American dude, I should be all right.
No, blow me with that fucking white black bullshit, because they're all unified. They're all unified, and they made Trump the president. If you're a leftist, I would stay home. If you're on the right, I would come here.
What if I'm not registered to vote at all?
That doesn't matter. I'm talking about you as an individual. If you're on the left, depending upon where you're going, and if you're on the right, depending upon where you're going. But
well, I'm flying.
Just talk with a Chinese accent.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, considering that I'm coming from China and the tensions between the two countries, that might raise alarms. Like, I'm flying through LA, right? The last time I came in was a year and a half ago, and I flew in through Charlotte. Charlotte is a very relaxed city, right? So they welcomed me. They're like, yeah, we're great. I'm so glad to have you back.
Those are called Republicans.
Well, okay. So coming in from LAX, should I kind of brace myself, or
the airport might be on fire, and you might get a brick upside your head?
Yeah.
So Professor says to think about it, consider a little bit more consideration. I will.
I would try to fly. I would try to fly into, if you can get a flight, more into the Midwest or something.
Nashville.
Those people are nuts on the left. I mean, absolutely bat fucking shit crazy.
Doug.
I'm just trying to get off the plane as quickly as possible. I don't know if I can handle these 15-hour flights like I used to.
I
did it twice, and that was enough for me.
Well, I guess it was about 7 or 8 years ago. I literally flew across the world. Now there were I spent like a week.
Did you go from fucking Alaska to the North Pole to fucking New Zealand? What the fuck did you do?
No, I was living in the Philippines at the time, and then I had to go meet my family in Mexico, and I chose the route that literally circumnavigates the globe. And I just thought to myself, I was like, man, I'm never doing this again. So I think after that moment, I realized that I can't handle these 12, 13-hour flights like I used to. And this is the quickest destinations from Beijing to LA. So that's why.
The world is round. Well, Fazio said the world is flat.
Absolutely fucking do not want to land in LA today or anytime in the near future.
No.
The goddamn, they're riding over there. The Marines are there. The National Guard is there, and it's on fire.
Booyah!
So Lump,
don't even think about that.
It's safer in Cuba.
Lump says, just don't hold a microphone and wearing a media vest. In fact, this was my Halloween costume when Trump was in his first election. This was my Halloween costume, being as fake news. So I have all that gear.
Well, yeah, if you can go in there and pretend that you're not a fucking leftist, or that you are a leftist, and just if I was you, when I got off there, they have those gift shops there. See if they got a sword or something. You just bring that out, buy a magic marker, and write on your shirt, "Fuck Trump." You'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I need to play the room. I need to analyze the room and analyze.
Yeah.
Play.
Right at the front for Trump.
When you're in Rome, in Rome, act like a Roman.
Gypsy, right at the front, fuck Trump, and right on the back, just kidding.
Just kidding. That's pretty
All
good.
right, I got to head out. Got to go back to work. Thank you for wasting my time, Havoc. But anytime you invite me in, I will definitely join.
And
enjoy
thank
the
you for
conversation.
boring me for the last half hour.
All right, yeah, Douglas William, this dipshit is off the panel, so you are relieved of your ear fatigue.
We have Gypsy, we have BK, we have Havoc Master, and we had the bro Meister was on earlier. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of different good people up.
All right, Kev. Thank you for having me on. Everyone, take care and enjoy the rest of your day wherever you're at.
Yep, enjoy your weekend coming up.
Getting drunk.
There you go.
So, Puxty, how is your retirement going?
Oh, not you. Yeah, Gypsy. He wasn't talking about you. They are. He just left us too.
No, I asked a question
I hope you're not
to
talking about me.
to Havoc. Havoc, you still there? Puxty?
Steve, Havoc Master. He might have stepped away for a moment.
Yeah. I think Shirley beat him up.
Yeah, because it's 1 o'clock at night where Steve is at in the U.S.
Ah. Yeah, but he doesn't have
It's 1 o'clock in the
anymore.
afternoon for me.
For me, it's 8 a.m.
Hey,
Okay.
BK, what
Oh,
time?
there he is. 8 a.m.
So what's happening?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I asked you, Havoc, how is your retirement going?
I received 2 checks and I'm loving it.
Wow.
Well,
Looking
I
forward.
ever since I was like 14 years old, I've been paying taxes, working in the
Yeah.
cornfield,
Same here.
finally, these son of a bitches, the ancestors of these son of a bitches that I paid for are paying me back. That's the way I look at it. You know, they're all dead. The people that I paid for are all dead now, and now it's my turn through their kids and their grandchildren. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. I still got 24 months to go before I get my checks.
How many?
Okay.
How many
24 months. 24.
Yeah, you'll never make it that long. There ain't no fucking.
God.
Not if you're a
Hey.
carnivore. You don't get no vegetables in you and no vitamins.
Yeah, I'm probably dead by 3 or 4 heart attacks or something.
They'll probably find you dead sitting at the kitchen table with a chicken bone in your mouth.
Oh,
I don't
well,
see
you could be eating a salad.
Yuck. I don't eat poison food. Too much oxalates.
Well, whatever you do, don't eat blueberries.
Nah, I don't eat fruits as well. Sugar.
Yeah.
Kevin, who is expat forever in the chat with the wrench? Who is that?
Well, that's your buddy.
Oh, Jay.
Yeah, Jerry is in the house.
Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, tell
Come
him
on,
to come
Jerry.
on up here.
Come on up, Jerry. He's probably at a coffee house right now, slamming down some
No,
coffee.
he don't say that. He's either at a diving place or at a coffee shop. There's no in between. Because life is more fun in the Philippines.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely got fun for 3 weeks in the Philippines last September.
I once talked to Eric, who lives in Dumaguete, and I talked to Graham at the same time, and I asked both of them. I said, "What is so great about being in the Philippines?" He said, and Graham said to me, and I'm not making this up. He said you can sit in the middle of a creek with your shorts on and drink some beer. And I'm like, well, I can do that here, you know. But I never have because that doesn't fucking incite any reaction from me or wanting to do that, you know.
Well,
And
peeing in
then-
it is okay.
and then
Sitting
I
down
asked
and peeing
Eric-
in the water.
And I asked Eric, I said, what is your favorite thing to do in Dumaguete? And he said, walk my dogs. And I realized that at that moment, I could walk my dogs on any fucking continent on this fucking planet, you know? All I have to do is leash them up and start walking out the door with them, you know? And Jerry likes to go to coffee shops and he likes to go to diving and all that. And it's
Well,
if that's
he likes to walk his doggy too.
God bless him and everything else. But I like to hunt and fish and do other things other than that, you know.
And drink beer.
Hey,
Yeah, I like to
Jerry.
do a lot of things. Yeah.
Kick him in the nutsack. I would. If I was around there, I would kick him in the nuts.
Kick who in the nuts?
Jerry.
He don't have any nuts.
Oh,
You
see?
really have. You're gonna need very long legs, Kevin.
So what are you clowns up to? What's up?
Whoa.
What's happening?
Well, I didn't know that was you. How you doing, old one?
Havoc Master's out to lunch, man. You know what I mean? So,
Again?
and you know, how do you let these people on your show, Big Kev? These guys
They
are
pay me. They pay me.
They're wanted by the law. One guy's wanted by the police. The other guy's wanted by Interpol. Okay,
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
yeah, and then they say thank you. They should not even step foot in the Philippines. You know,
Yeah, speak for yourself, Jerry. Speak for yourself.
oh man, you know.
What's going on?
So
man?
Havoc, are you retired, Havoc?
Semi-retired. I'm
Oh,
still
you're
working.
semi-retired.
I'm still working till 65 to pay for my insurance. I'm still working, but I'm drawing Social Security. I've drawn two checks.
Oh, you started at 62 drawing, right? You
Yeah,
started at 62. Oh shit! How old are you? How old are you, man?
I was born in
75.
1963, March the 10th. So I'm 63 years old, 63 or 62, and what?
Damn, I thought you were like 75 or something.
No,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
no, that was you looking in the mirror thinking about yourself.
Oops,
Yeah.
my bad. And then
Jerry, I got a question for you. Jerry, have you
Huh?
ever experienced heat exhaustion or hypothermia or anything related to being out in the elements? Since you like
I
to go
didn't.
swimming
No,
a lot.
I never did. Just
Not
for
at all.
nah,
before he answers this, I never have because
I never have.
I'm a real man.
Well, I mean, look, Havoc, look, don't be jealous because I'm in good health and you're not. I mean, just don't be jealous. You know what I mean? Some of us take care of our bodies
You
and
know,
other people don't.
I will be jealous of you, Jerry, for the rest of my life.
I mean, look, man. Tell us the
But
true age.
anybody heat stroke.
Who had a heat stroke? Who had a heat stroke?
Kevin.
I just got it last Sunday.
You got because you're overweight.
I didn't.
Well, wait, you're overweight. You're overweight, and you're white. Huh?
Oh my God, that's what the old man
How do
is
you-
gonna say.
Well, wait a minute. I've been here for 6 years, never got a heat stroke. You're either basically what you're doing is no, you're not drinking water. That's one thing. You're not used to going out in the sun, or you're going out at the wrong time of the day, right? You don't go out in the afternoon at 2:00 in the afternoon and go for a 10-mile walk. I mean, nobody does that.
This happened at around 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, 11 o'clock in the daytime.
Yeah, well, dude, it starts getting hot at 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you're gonna go out for a walk, you go early, like around 6 or 7 in the morning.
I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. I was doing my visa run, and I was over in Cambodia, and it just had a heavy rain. And right now they're having a conflict in Cambodia and Thailand. They're fighting back and forth. So my agent, I had to go Sunday at this time. And when I got there was like around a couple of thousand people waiting around to get processed. So we were.
Well, let me ask you: Did you carry some water with you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Because I don't step out the door and go anywhere without a bottle of water, and I was doing that in the U.S., so I already got used to doing that.
My wife is the same way, but I don't need it myself.
And that's why you look the way you do, like 75, and I look. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just being truthful now. Let's put the truth out there.
Professor said, dumbass, overweight has nothing to do with it.
Well, with having heat strokes, it sure does. Overweight does have a lot to do with having heat strokes.
Well, see, during that time, there was a child that got heat stroke. Elderly people got it, and a perfect fit,
right.
like a Russian man.
Well, it's a combination of things. It's a combination of possibly being old, overweight, not hydrated. I mean, there's so many factors. And look, you're old, Big Kev. You're not young anymore. You're probably. Are you at your BMI weight? No, you're still higher than that. Is that correct?
I right now I weigh 260 pounds.
Yeah, so you're overweight. Actually, when you're 30 pounds more than your BMI, you're considered obese. So what are you, how tall?
30%.
No, really, no offense, but
no, 30%. 30% of his weight is from eating out Thai pussy.
From eating what?
There you go.
Well, I mean, and then come on. I mean, Big Kev, you probably were not hydrated. It's a hot bus or hot whatever in the fuck you were sitting in. Were you sitting in a bus or?
No, it's an air conditioned van. But I'm just talking about we were out in the element for 3 hours with no shade and no shelter, waiting to get.
Oh, you were out in the sun, huh? Well, did you have a hat? Did you have an umbrella or a hat?
Oh my God! What fucking man with 2 genitals walks around with a goddamn umbrella?
Well, Big Kev's got that. Wait, Big Kev's got the LGBT umbrella and shit. Yeah, you got to pull out that LGBT umbrella, Big Kev.
Well, at least I don't have that's one of those like what you got, running around like you're Batman.
Well, look, man. I mean, I got my own vehicle, so I don't really have to worry about jumping into a bus or a fucking van or whatever.
Or
But then again,
Jim,
I never
or
go.
Jimmy
I don't
keep
really
calling you.
see. That's the thing about the Philippines. You don't have to do a visa run for 3 years. Okay,
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
yeah,
to do a
yeah.
visa run every 2 fucking months. Why would you want to live in a country where you got to do a visa run every 2 months?
Well,
Get
it's
your
risky.
ass
The
in the
reason, the
Philippines.
reason for that is it's risky for him to try to come back to the Philippines.
Where? To the Philippines?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, maybe that. Just do it. Come
No,
up, fly
no,
in,
no,
but
fuck
be
that. Fuck that.
ready.
I said, I've said this from day one. You don't want him landing on their soil and then they grab a hold of him. You
No,
know,
they're not grabbing. They're not going to grab a hold of Big Cap. All they're
and
going to
you
do is
know
tell
that.
Big Cap,
You know that.
you got to get
Somehow
onto an. You
intuitively
got to get onto
do
another
that.
plane.
I think that's bullshit. I wouldn't do
Oh,
it.
they put
I
them
just
with
wouldn't do it.
bomber.
I would want recognition. I would want confirmation. Um, I wouldn't take the
All
word of
right.
Gypsy or anybody else that everything's going to be fine. You know, fuck
Well,
that.
then you got to just keep doing the visa runs every 2 months. Then that's what you got to do. You
No, he
know.
needs to find out. He needs to
3 months.
contact the government and find out is he allowed to go there and how much money does he owe.
Well, Big Cap had
He's
3 or 4 years to do that.
I am dead set on him not setting foot on their soil with them saying, no, and by the way, we got a hold on you. You're going to prison. You know?
Why would he go to prison? Why would he go to prison?
Well, he was an overstayer for 13 years. Am I correct on that, or yes or no?
No, but he was legally able to leave. It's just that he had.
Because he had a bolo to the fucking head. That's why he
Well,
was
yeah, he was able to leave. So what
Yeah.
you do is you go to, well, like, I don't know, you guys went to the embassy. You can't figure out. They can't figure out how much he owes. So how are you going to figure out how much you owe if you owe anything at all? This happened 13, 15 years ago or 12 years ago.
He needs to go to an immigration office and ask him. Not in the Philippines, but outside the country, and they contact them and they get back.
I told him to go to Chicago, to the embassy in Chicago to figure all that shit out, and he didn't fucking do it.
Didn't do it. But what I'm saying is, I would not send him over there from Thailand to the Philippines, and he gets off the plane and they lock him up. I'm dead set fucking against that.
No, they won't lock him up. They'll just say, "Hey, man, you got to go."
They lock him up, and I'm saying because he owes back things. They're the same thing. They're locking Bama up for now, you know.
Well, no, because Bama was in the country, and then he went. Yeah, he didn't pay his visa fees. Well, he got locked up because of Frank. Bama should already be deported by now, but Frank is. Yeah, Frank's bullshit kind of put Bama in jail. Bama fucked up, so don't blame anybody else but Bama.
Jerry, let me ask this question. Kevin, do you feel comfortable flying into the Philippines and rolling the dice? Do you, or yes or no?
If I was guaranteed, but nobody can guarantee.
No. I said, fuck the guarantee. Do you feel comfortable flying into the Philippines, whether it be Cebu or wherever? Do you feel comfortable on the outcome of that? Do you feel comfortable?
We will see what happens.
Yes or no? So you're not even going to answer my question. If I was in Kevin's shoes, I would want to make everything. How much money do I owe? Are you going to throw me in prison? And they will tell you that. All you got to do is ask them. You know, they will tell you that. You can go.
You do that online. Do that online. Don't come here. Don't come.
He can't do it online. He needed to do it in the U.S. He needed to get it done in the U.S. Go to the embassy in Chicago, the Philippine embassy in Chicago, and he didn't do it. I told him to do it years ago, and he didn't do it. So
still can do it.
And he didn't do it. You know?
He didn't do it. So now Now, okay, now he
roll of
doesn't.
dice. It's a roll of dice, and you people keep saying,
Mm-mm.
I do know Jerry and Jay says just go on down there, they'll send you back.
No. That's disinformation.
Maybe they won't send him back. Maybe they'll hold him.
Then they'll say, "Don't call us when you get detained. Don't
Don't
call
come.
me."
Well, and then Big Kev, then you can hang out with them at Billy Big.
No, we're not gonna do it.
You can be cellmates, and maybe with Frank too. Maybe with Frank as well. Yeah.
We'll all be boogies, huh?
Don't forget to look for your boy Vitali.
You can do live stream then all three together then.
There you go. Boy, isn't that Russian guy there too? The one that just got in trouble, now he wants to get released. Go home.
Big Kev, if there's a problem, just call Havoc Master. He'll come and bail you out.
I'll get you. I got you back. I got your back.
He's got you. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I know Havoc will. I know Pennsylvania Trucker will. But all these other fucks, I mean, all these other good people.
And then when
when you call these people, wait, when you call these people all these other fucks, you know that you're not gaining any friends like that. Big Kev, in life, wait. Anybody listening to this, if you can't afford to be in Southeast Asia, stay your ass home. That's what I tell everybody. Okay? Put your big boy pants on. If you can't afford to be here, don't come here. Okay? If you get in trouble, you can come here. If you get in trouble, you got to help yourself. That's what my parents taught me in life. Help yourself. Don't wait for other people to help you. And that's what made me today who I am.
That's who I am today. That's who I am today. And
Steve, you're a special case. You're a special case, Steve.
But I do help other people.
Yeah, he's helping other nutcases.
And that runs thin pretty quick, you know. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. I have been working since I was 14 fucking years old in the fucking cornfields and everything else. And what pisses me off, the fuck off, is that the elderly people had a generation that was better than mine, and they're living in mansions just like I'm in right now, and I couldn't even fucking afford to make a down payment on that. You know, that's what pisses me the fuck off.
And why can't you afford to make a payment? Wait.
Oh, don't
so you work
me when I'm over talking you, goddamn it. That's rude.
Wait, I have to interject. You worked all your life. We got that. Now, why aren't you where you're at? What's the problem? You're saying that you worked all your life, but you can't afford to make a payment on the mansion. Why is that? Whose fault is that?
That is the government's fault. The government's fault.
The government. Why? How did the government? Wait. How did the government stop you?
Question you, cocksucker.
Wait. How did the government stop you? Go ahead.
Okay, the answer to that is in the early '90s, late '80s, early '90s, they sold our country out, all of our ingenuity and everything to China. And they prevailed over that, and they enslaved their people and paid them virtually nothing. Slave labor.
Okay.
That's what.
All right.
So go on with your question.
How did that affect you?
All our ingenuity come from Germany.
I'll tell you how that fucking affected me. You know anybody in the United States that builds a cell phone? Any cell phone. Or any other.
Well, you work for it?
No, it all went to China. We sold the economy to China.
But how did that stop you from making money?
God, you are so stupid.
No, I'm asking you a valid question. It didn't affect me. Wait, it didn't affect me. Why did it affect you?
Okay, are you drawing a check from the United States?
Yeah.
Okay, how about we take that away, and then how will that affect you?
It won't affect me.
Okay, well,
It won't.
I guess you're a golden boy that I can't
Well,
even.
no, I'm serious. If you take my Social Security check away from me today, it does not affect my lifestyle.
Okay,
I have more than enough to live the rest of my life in the Philippines.
Hang on here. I'm going to ask you one more question. What if the
Okay.
dollar falls to nothing, and China takes over the currency? How much of the China currency do you own?
Say that again.
Tell me now.
Say that again.
Tell me now.
Steve, say that again. How many beers did you have? How many beers did you have today?
Your ass.
See, you always relate back to that, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
But wait, Stephen, how did that affect you?
No, fuck you. You think all your goddamn wisdom that you
Steve,
own.
as a matter of fact, I made more money in the 90s, the 2000s, and even 2010s. Fuck, I made some money.
You traveled the world, and your goal was to go to China shops and die. I understand that. You got the gist of that.
Steve, don't be hating. Don't hate the game. Steve, don't be hating, man.
I love your wife. Spent the week. I think beautiful people.
Steve, that's just hate.
Steve, do you like, just out of curiosity, people want to know, do you like Puerto Rican food?
Well, it makes me puke.
Oh no!
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
But
In all your infant wisdom, if you ever think that I dislike you,
You know, infant what?
there is in all your goddamn infant wisdom, and there's a lot of it there. If you ever think that I dislike you, you're wrong. I love the hell out of you and your wife.
I know you like me, Steve. But hey, Steve, look, I know you like me, but I don't swing that way.
Well, Steve, goddamn and cornbread. It ain't got to be like this.
Steve, it'll be all right, Steve. Look, no, Steve's not. Look, I like Steve. He's knocking down his Social Security check. He's working part time. He's making some money. So what are you complaining about, Steve?
No, I'm not complaining about anything. I'm just talking.
All right, shut the fuck up and get your check.
All right. So hey, Steve, when you come into the Philippines, man?
We love you, Steve. We love you, Steve. We need you here.
Why in the hell would I set foot in that motherfucker? I went over there and I got
Steve, I guarantee you it'll change your perspective.
I'm going to leave. You know,
Take a vacation, Steve. Come on out.
No,
Steve.
fuck all of it. I went
It
over
will
there.
change your perspective.
I was 30 years old, or whatever it was, in 1995. I was born in 63. 32 years old, maybe. And I married a girl that was 26, a fucking virgin, and a Catholic, and living in a shit fucking shack. And I married her, and she was. I was fucking her 3 or 4 times a day for like 20 years, until she got old.
Telling us that.
TMI.
He's gonna get mad for saying that. He ain't getting
Today
done.
she's had cancer, and when she had cancer, I realized she wasn't just a fucking fuck doll anymore. I really loved her, and I took care of her family throughout this. Buried 2 of her fucking family members and all this.
Good man.
3 times. I've done my part. I'm not a bad person. I can't wait to see her tomorrow. I'm going to go see her tomorrow. I'll let my
Did
dad.
she? Hey, how is Shirley doing? Did she beat it, or what's the deal?
What happened was they did a full hysterectomy and took her appendix out because her
Right.
appendix didn't look good. And they said there was no cancer in the appendix.
Can somebody
And
turn off the fan?
every time I try to talk, somebody interrupts me.
We can't hear over the fan.
Oh wait, it's my fan.
Bad
Hang on.
background noise.
Hang on, it's my fan, guys. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
that better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Don't get heat stroke, fucker.
No, not at all. That's why I got my fan on. That's why I got my fan on. See, wait, I don't have any aircon units in the house I live in here because I'm up in the mountains. So that's how I can handle the heat. No aircon units in my
Whatever.
house. None.
Hey,
Gypsy, where you
go
at?
Up in the mountains.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, Steve.
where
are you, Jerry?
Do I have a caller now?
Jerry.
Say what?
What?
Can I talk now?
Maybe. Go ahead, Steve.
She got cancer, ovarian cancer. They took a tumor out of her, which the tumor, it wasn't a tumor. It was cancer that grabbed all of her female organs, her reproductive organs. And we've never had a kid.
My oldest daughter, same problem.
And they removed that, and then they said this is a slow growing cancer, and you need to take chemo, and you got a 60% chance of living. And when she took chemo, her kidney shut down. She was in intensive care during Thanksgiving in the United States, and I wrote her off. I thought she was dead, and it was a very hard time for me.
Yeah.
And
No, I bet it was. Did she stop doing chemo now, or is that what the deal is?
They told her she can't do chemo anymore because it almost killed her. And after she came out of chemo, she weighed 108 pounds. Now she weighs 123 pounds, and she's fine. She's fine.
Did she got rid of the cancer?
Huh?
Did she get rid of the cancer?
They tell me they can't tell whether she's got cancer or not. We're just going to moderate her. We're going to moderate.
Right.
And tumors grow. And you took after the fucking guts out of her. How in the fuck would you know if a tumor grew? You know, but I'm not a doctor or anything. But
we could ask Frank. Frank knows everything.
She's gained 23 fucking pounds, and from 100.8 pounds to 123 point whatever pounds. And so she's gained like 23 pounds. And to me, that tells me that she doesn't have cancer anymore. And if it's a slow growing cancer like they talk about, that's another 10 to 20 years. So I'll be dead. We'll both be dead in our 70s.
Now, I want to know, how did we get to this? Because my oldest daughter just turned 32. Ovarian cancer. Can't have kids. Got her shit ripped out too. Everything. But I still want to know how we got here.
I didn't understand what he said. Did anybody understand what he said?
No,
Yeah. The mic was kind of funky. I didn't understand.
Yeah, I'm saying, Steve, we sorry for that situation. You know, I've been through the same thing. My oldest daughter had the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How old's your daughter?
She's 52 now.
Goddamn, how old are you?
67.
Right?
Your daughter's 62 and you're 67. You've been fucking since you were 3 years old?
My daughter's 52, brain ass.
I'm having
Steve,
trouble. I'm having trouble hearing him. I'm not making fun
Steve,
of him.
Steve, get that wax out of your ears, Steve. Get
I
that
was
wax out of
screaming.
your ears.
I
Again.
said 52 twice already.
Oh, 52. All right. I'm sorry, man. I'm not making fun of you or anything like
I know
that.
you're not making fun. You just didn't hear me. I ain't that type of person. The only two level-headed motherfuckers in here is me and Gypsy.
Well, wait. What about me? Shit.
What about
What
me?
about you?
What
What
about
about you?
I
I'm
know I made a
level-headed.
joke about Sunshine Show.
I'm joking, Steve. Calm down.
You know, I kid. I try
Yeah,
to be, you know.
I'm an old man. We ain't got nothing left but jokes and some
Yeah.
sex.
I have
Yeah.
nothing against black people.
Hit that
Nothing
like
against
button,
Asian
guys.
people or
Hit that
anybody
super
else.
chat button, Jerry.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
it just, but I do have something against people that were born in fucking
Money.
no, the people, the white people that were born in what the hell is the name of that? I don't even remember.
You don't like white people?
Yeah,
You don't see my
I'm talking
avatar?
about you.
What are you
Steve.
looking at there, fella?
Steve, you don't see my avatar?
No,
I'm white too.
I love Jerry. I love his wife,
Steve.
and I do not look at people. This
I
is
understand that. I understand that, Steve. But you see my avatar?
This is
I'm
me
white
as a
too.
whole.
This is a freckle.
I don't care what color you're wrapped in. I judge by the character. I judge by the character. I do, and I do. I know BK's having that.
Steve, if you're not listening to me, I'm the class clown.
You're wrapped in.
Is that you, Jerry?
You're a friend of mine. You're a friend of mine. I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Now, if y'all know Captain Billy Jack, we just hung out the other
The
day.
very bottom. Who is that?
The very bottom.
On the panel. Who's that?
That's Jimmy or Jamie or Jimmy. I can't see. It's not blew up. Let me blow my shit up.
What's the name on that?
Oh, that's Jonesy.
I don't know who that is. Who is
from
that?
Thailand.
Jonesy
I don't
from
know who that
Thailand. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that dude
Jonesy.
right here. Oh, Johnny in Thailand. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Is that Jonesy or Jonesy?
Oh, I don't know. It looks. Hang on. I don't know. I can't tell.
Georgia, you can identify. You can introduce yourself if you want.
Could be both.
You talk?
Big Kev, we didn't have this much drama in days, have we?
No,
This isn't even drama. Oh, I see Gypsy. Gypsy's in the chat. Gypsy, any birthday parties lately, Gypsy?
Gypsy,
any birthday parties lately?
Yeah, I mean, his voice is so mellowing and, melancholy.
Jonesy in Thailand. Jonesy
That's
in
what
Thailand.
I said.
Hey, Georgia, you can introduce yourself if you want.
Yo, I'm Jonesy. Wow.
That's it. This guy doesn't even talk.
Well, is Bummer back in Alabama? Anyone know?
No, he's not. He's still in jail.
Bama? Shit, he's having free rent, free electricity. What else? Free
Who was
water.
that on the plane at 34,000 feet? Who was that? Was that Ricky?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
I mean, Bama, this is the best
like a
living
small
situation
plane.
he's had all his whole life. Shit.
That plane wouldn't make it to the US. So who was that? Was that Ricky?
I don't know. I don't watch everybody like religion on here, so I don't know what everybody's doing.
I'm right now on chat.
Now where's Barry?
Like I said, Barry's still in jail.
Jerry, what do you think about Vitalik?
By that Vitala guy?
Yeah.
Man, keep him in jail. Fuck it. Yeah, teach him a
Too
lesson.
much of an embarrassment.
I think they're doing that. What is your perception of when he's going to get out?
Who knows? Because it could take 2 to 3 years before your case comes up here. So he could be sitting in jail for a while. I think he's going to pay his way out somehow. He'll pay his way out.
He's already tried that and it didn't work.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the judge that he wanted to pay off is already under investigation by the Philippine government for taking bribes.
Tries to pay somebody else off, they're going to be like, no fucking way.
Yeah, if you got money, you'll get out. I would say he'll probably get deported in about 4 to 6 months. They'll deport him. He'll get out.
Who put that picture up there right now?
I did.
Frank! Dude, I'm going to Bentine Island next month. I'm going to be there for like 3-4 days. I'll be there.
And
What are you
I'm gonna
do?
I'm gonna do some filming, go to the ruins, go to the ruins, check out Santa Fe. Yeah. I'm going to Bentine, man. I've never been there.
I was in Santa Fe in
Do it, Jerry.
2019.
Just do it.
So
Yeah, I'm doing it. I got the tickets already. Yeah. I'm flying into
When you
Cebu.
gonna visit Joey? Jerry, when you gonna visit Joey?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I had to. I was going to visit. I was going down to Davao a couple months ago. I had to cancel, but I'll probably do that later.
Okay.
I got a bunch of trips coming up. Nah.
I got a very nice place there.
Oh, did you see his house yet? You saw his
Yeah,
house?
of course.
Oh,
I was
nice.
there. Also
Yeah,
met
cool.
Danny Gordon. Met also Danny Gordon
Yeah.
and his wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
went
went
Yeah, I
to
mean,
Digos
BK,
and
you
also
went to Frank's house?
to Joey's house.
Oh,
Joey.
Okay.
Joey,
Yeah.
yeah. And also to Danny Gordon and Digos.
Well, I know.
Hey,
Jen.
Jerry,
I
you having
know
to say
Jen.
Frank or you having to say Jimmy Boy?
You guys let me know when I can speak and I'll speak. I'm not going to interrupt anybody. Jerry,
What?
do you know anything about fives?
Oh,
What?
long time. From George.
Fires?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You don't know who fives is? Left his
Oh,
motorcycle.
Fives. Yeah, I don't know. Is he back in Washington or something? Or
I don't
from
know.
Washington?
I just heard some stuff about him and I took it with a grain of salt and that was the way that was.
I think he goes back and forth between Washington State and Davao. That's what I think he does. I think he's still over there in what town? What city does he live in? That guy? I don't know.
I think
Somewhere in
Seattle or something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
he don't have to go to Joey anymore. Fives don't have to go to Joey anymore because he fucked Joey up.
What did he do? Explain it to me, BK. Like I'm.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, let me tell.
Yeah, don't. I wouldn't put it out here what happened. I mean,
Well, I heard something about that from
things didn't work out. It didn't work out, and
from another guy
Yeah,
who's not
okay.
on here. I heard that from him, and I still didn't
Somebody give
understand
Kev
all-
some jingle.
Do what?
Some jingle for Big Kev.
jingle.
There you go, buddy.
Another thing I
All
want
right.
to know.
All right, you guys, put some jingle out there for
Hang
Big
on a
Kevin.
minute, Hang on a minute.
hit that super chat button.
Who's in this picture? That's Frank
That's
and
Frank.
Gilda? And
No, that's not Gilda. But I guess that's
Frank
when
and
he
two other
had
women?
yeah, 2 hookers.
Wow. Okay.
That's
wanted
when
to
he
know
was.
that.
That's
How much
before
they
he was
cost?
doing all those drugs.
All right.
Hey, Jerry, I've never seen you give Kev some jingle.
I
Who?
didn't catch all that. I don't know where you. I don't. Whoever
You, Jerry, you just claimed to be well off, even
Well,
if you
you
lose
don't. But
your pension.
how do you know? You don't know me, man. So how would you know if I give to Kev or not? How would you know? Right? How would you know?
I'm just playing with you, Jerry.
Wait, no, but do you give to Big Kev? Do you give to Big Kev?
I have in the past different account.
Have you given to Big Kev? See, it's better to give through PayPal instead of going through Google here, because Google
Yeah.
takes 30%. Or
30%.
you know what I mean?
What does Kev prefer?
There
PayPal?
are people that give to Big Kev through PayPal. Then you don't have to give up that extra 30%.
Yeah,
that's true,
Jerry
Jerry.
used to put my channel many times.
It's just that if you give a super chat, it pisses Frank off a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it pisses him off. Frank, if you see me in Bantayan, tell Gilda I like my bacon crispy and I take pancakes in the morning. Okay.
And she likes her
And
legs.
eggs over easy. Eggs over easy, okay? With a little bit of side of hash brown.
As tight as she can get them.
No, you know what? I bet Gilda's pretty cool, man. It's just Frank, you know, that's the thing. Again, you know. She's putting up with a lot of shit. She's putting up with a lot of shit with that
She's a
guy.
beautiful woman, in my opinion. I've always said that. But I've always trashed her too. And I will tell you this: she is a beautiful woman. She's had 8 kids. I mean, you can't come back.
See, but I've never trashed her. I've never trashed her. I don't trash people's wives or girlfriends. I'm sorry, because they're not married.
Talking shit about mine for I don't know how goddamn long.
And I always say good things about her. I always say good things about Shirley.
I know you did.
Except for the time I always say good things about Shirley.
Except for the time.
So
what?
I mean,
I'm gonna say it. Go ahead. Say it.
When she accused me of when she accused of us of you know what, you know what I'm saying, when we came
Yeah, and I cleared that up for you, and I said,
I know you did. You did, you know. You did. Yeah, you did.
Don't forget, you guys, this is all entertainment.
Right. So, don't take anything serious coming out of Steve's mouth, because he's already had about how many beers, Steve?
Do you think I ever speak non-truth to you? Ever? Once?
Once in a while. You probably, stretch the truth a little bit or something.
How is that? Give me an example.
Well, you told me one time that you were friends with a guy down in Florida, a couple of guys down in Florida. Now, I knew that's kind of stretching the truth.
Oh, God.
I used to live in Florida. Elaborate on that.
You were friends with them guys down in Florida, the guy in the Navy and then the other guy in the Army, and then that you like Puerto Rican food or something like that. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you know what I'm talking about.
I'm very disappointed in you for bringing that into life right
Motherfucker.
Seaman first class.
That first class seaman guy.
I will say this. All joking aside, when you talk to me, whether it be financial, religion, or politics, whatever, when you talk to me, you're getting the truth out of me. There's nothing else. That's all you're going to get. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to ask you for money. I'm not going to.
I need a loan. Can you give me a loan? I need a loan.
No,
I need a
absolutely
loan.
not. Exactly. If it had been anybody else,
I'll pay you back. You know I'm good for it.
with a capital
Yeah.
fuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, I am a straight shooting guy, and I've been that way all my life, and I've lived that way.
Well, I hope you're straight. You're married, right? Well, there are dudes that are on the
See,
down
there you
low.
go again, playing on words. You know, it's
Hey,
trolls
there's the
like
bus.
it's trolls like you, Kevin. You need to keep them off the fucking show. That's all there is to it.
See on this bus.
But you're
This
the
is
one
all
that
the
invited him
riffraff.
up.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
This is all the riffraff that you see in the Philippines.
Let me ask you a question. Jerry, let me ask you a question. Where were you born in?
Where was I born?
Yeah.
Well, does that make a difference, or why do you ask that
He's
question?
not going to answer the
Were you
question.
born in a
He can't answer the
hospital?
question. Where were you born in?
I was born in France. Is that okay?
Okay.
Or?
You know, and as World War II went on, and I never said this to you, but I'm going to say it to you now. How do you speak French? I surrender.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Qu'est-ce que vous
Man.
voulez?
Steve, I know, Steve. I understand that you did serve in World War II. That I understand.
No, before you go on.
So now we know.
Hang on a minute.
Now we know the true age.
No, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Stop talking. If I was in France at that time, I would have said the same thing. I surrender. So it is what it is. No, I mean it just is.
You got 21 people watching us. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah, finally.
All right, guys. Just look into the sofa. Look for some loose change. Big Kev, give him a little super chat. Help him out here.
There's a lot of people in the comment section owning those old.
But wait, we need to get a.
There's a lot of quarters in there, I'm sure.
We need to get a fund going for Big Kev in case he gets, flies into the Philippines and they take him to the detention center. All right?
You're not very positive about it.
Help him at all. I'm discouraging him from even fucking doing it until he has confirmation that it's okay.
Steve, you really need to come to the Philippines.
If he does that behind my back and goes there, then he's on his own. I'm done.
Steve, you really need to come to the Philippines. Come for a vacation, like for about a month.
What?
You know what I mean?
Todd hanging wires and people hating on me every time I hail a taxi. Two people are opening the door wanting pesos.
Yeah, go to Bantai Island.
That's not my idea of a fucking vacation.
Steve, you go to Cebu, hang out for a while. Then you can go to bed.
And the other Philippines yonder in there, I wouldn't mind doing that, having a cookout and drinking some beer and all that.
Well, you can go to Bantai Island. You can go to Bantai Island. That's a nice place, I heard.
No,
I'll let you know how it is next month.
I heard it
Going to
smells
Santa
like.
Fe.
I heard it smells like. Have you ever been fishing before?
What?
Have you ever been fishing before? Clean the fish.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that smell like? What does that remind you? And there ain't a man on this channel if they don't answer that question.
Smells like a bunch of old ladies.
No. You people aren't real. There's a gang on this channel.
There's a gangbang going on across the street from me. A bunch of dogs are fucking this one female dog. And my dog's over there looking like, damn. Well, relax. Hey, bro.
Don't stand in line. I mean, you're in the building. You can do whatever you want.
Hey, Bo, what's up, Bo? Huh? I know. What's up, buddy?
That's another thing. That's another thing. Stray cats running around, stray dogs running around all over the fucking place. Then pretty soon, something happens. The electric bill, they can't pay that or whatever, and pretty soon that dog is gone. They're eating the fucking dog. I already know. I already know that from my wife. She told me all about it.
I had
Yep,
dogs
they beat
before.
the shit out of that
You
dog.
go over there. You go over to the Philippines. You got a pension, and you're living good. And you're living good there. You're not living like the rest of them. You just aren't. And I just I thought it was. I was actually shocked the whole time I was over there. I didn't want to leave.
Dude, really? I mean, yeah, because you just can't handle the heat. You're not used to that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't used to it, and I don't think I could ever do it.
No, it's not that bad. I mean, I know Manila's really hot. I remember my first trip 10 years ago. Man, I came in 11 o'clock at night. It was like 90 degrees out there with 100% humidity.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. What, we losing?
No. Hey, guys, I gotta go, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah. When the shit gets real, you gotta go.
I gotta go. I got better things to do than waste my time here.
Talk to you He put
more to do than
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys stay out of trouble. Quit drinking beers and behave.
Yeah, same to you.
Burt Bogus is a fucking. All right, I'm out, Kevin. I gotta go to bed. Thanks for having me on, Kevin. I'm
All right,
going to
Steve.
leave. I'm glad to talk to
Good, I'll catch up with you, all right?
Huh?
All right, buddy.
Like I said, thanks for having me on. I am Audi 2000.
All right, buddy. Hey, Steve, thank you for coming on and hanging out with us.
I'm also getting off. See you later,
Yeah,
guys.
well, I'm going to end it also. But thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. Another good show. Had a lot of people come up and hang out with us. So that's very nice. There we go. Yeah, you guys, always remember, eat, drink, and be merry. But tomorrow, you don't know what's going to happen. So live life to the fullest. Yeah, Bro Fester, thank you for coming up. I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming out and hanging out with us. Smash that like button, you guys. Yeah, you guys, thank you guys for coming out. Had a good show. I'll talk to you guys in a few days. Maybe Saturday I'll have another show. All right, you guys be careful, be safe, be happy. Don't forget, this is nothing but entertainment. Whatever you see out here is all entertainment purposes. But again, don't forget, when you feel too hot, go sit down in a cool area, drink some water, regather yourself. That heat exhaustion is very dangerous. I've seen a guy die because of heat exhaustion. And he wasn't an old guy. He was a young, skinny guy. So heat exhaustion can happen to anybody, anywhere. Little kids can get it easier, and overweight people can get it easier, but anybody can get it anytime. And older people can get it pretty easy. The young and the oldest can get it. So you guys always be careful about heat exhaustion and hypothermia. Hypothermia is when you're in a cold element and you're not dressed properly. So yeah, you guys, thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us. Eat, drink, and be merry. Live life to your fullest. Don't worry about what the other guy is doing. Just worry about yourself. And you guys have a good day. Talk to you all later on. Professor, thank you. Havoc Master, Jerry, Gypsy, thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with us. We also had the guy from Thailand, the Aussie. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. And you guys have a good weekend coming out. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you all later on.